All right, folks, how you doing? WrestleTrueResults303.com. Check out the website, link in the description box. Mind, body, spirit, fitness. Put in the healing, back in health. Coming at you today with a video that is the opposing view of a video I just made on segregation and why it's a good thing. I'm going to put it in the description box for y'all to check out so we can see both sides of this story, right? You're never truly going to know both sides, but we at least need to be open-minded to knowing both sides. So the first part was about how segregation is needed in the world, and now I'm going to talk about why we don't need segregation, why we need world unity, right? Because they try to trap us in these boxes. You've got to understand that, right? Like America, they want everyone to think America's so great. Is it so great? I don't know. I live here, so to me it's great, right? But I ain't gonna lie, I've been on a Christian free dating website, which is weird. You know, there's a lot of scammers on it. But I've been able to talk with different women around the world. Some long conversations, some short conversations. Some of them were Facebook friends, and they'll chat with me. Some of them were Facebook friends, and they won't ever even talk to me, whatever the case may be. But it's knowing everything on around the world, right? We are the human race. We're not black. We're not white. It's not Black Lives Matters. It's all lives matter, right? It's not Christianity is the ultimate. Everybody must be Christian. I believe everybody should be a Christian and a Catholic. But if you're not open to that possibility, we must still have unity, right? We can't let them divide us. And that's what they try to do, you know. It's not I'm Republican, I'm Democrat. It's finding that middle ground is what we need to find. And so I heard something when I was listening to Catholic radio the other day, and they said Celine Dion got in trouble a couple years back, 5, 10, I don't remember, because she sang the song God Bless America. And I think they said it was because she's Canadian, so everybody in Canada got upset that she sang the song God Bless America. And the guy said, well, if you think about it, it didn't say God bless the United States of America, it's God bless America. That's North America, South America. It's how you interpreted it, right? It's God bless America. Yes, the song might be kind of geared towards the United States of America, but there's North America, there's South America, there's the Americas. So it's God bless the Americas is how you should be truly understanding the song, right? Because it's all about unity. We can't let them divide us, right? So this is why segregation isn't needed, you know, and I think here in America and in a lot of these first world countries, we don't have a view and an understanding of what the actual world is, right? So I have a video called The Truth About the 1%. I think I'm going to try and link that in the description box. If not, look for it. But, you know, it's when you look at things, and now that I've been talking to some of these people in other countries, you know, I talked to one and she makes $800 US a month. That's what she lives off. $800 US a month, right? So you've got to understand, this is why I have in that video, you know, 1%. If you live in America, you're most likely the 1%, no matter what, you know. But they want us to zone in on this 1% of America, right? Oh, I only make $30,000. I'm in the 99%. I'm not in the 1%. That's not what it's about, right? People in other countries are making $800 a month. When I did the math, it's like it's a little under $10,000 a year, $9,600 a year is what that person lives off of. Now, of course, their cost of living is different. You know, they're not as industrialized as we are. But you've got to understand how blessed we are here in America, right? So, you know, and another thing is when I was at the gym, I gave a free workout to a girl, to a lady from Nigeria, I think it was, or Kenya, something like that, right? And she was married to, she had a husband. I'm assuming he found her online because this chick was straight from Kenya. And it was crazy because we're giving her a workout, right? Something simple. And then we go over to the water fountain. Her husband's there as well. He's an American, a white guy, right? So we're sitting there. He's drinking his water because he's sweating like a pig, you know. This chick had never even been in a gym before, you know, so I was just kind of showing her how to use an elliptical and some of these simple, basic how-tos. But then the husband and the trainer that's training him walk off, and we walk up to the water fountain, and I just kind of turn, and I just kind of look away, you know, and I'm not thinking anything, you know. I just kind of look away, and then I turn back around, 5, 10 seconds later, and she's just staring at it like, the heck is this thing, And I press on it, on the water fountain button, and she's like, oh. And then she comes down, and all she does is opens her mouth like this, right? And lets the water kind of drip into her mouth, and then closes it and goes. Like, she didn't understand the concept of like sucking on it like a straw to get more water. That was the first time she had ever encountered a water fountain, right? That's something we take advantage of. She had never encountered a water fountain before in her life. Never. She didn't even know what to do with it. I would assume that means they don't even drink out of water hoses maybe there, because you drink out of a fountain the same way you drink out of a hose, right? But I don't know. It was crazy. I just didn't understand it. It's crazy. This is why we need that unity. I think sometimes, now that I'm kind of talking with some women from other countries and kind of indulging in these things, indulging was the wrong word, but talking to exploring these other options. My mother's not a fan. I can see it when we have conversations. She's not a fan of it. But I think it's just we don't know anything about these other countries and how they actually live. That's why I've heard it said best that even though now there's not the draft, right? There's not the draft like there was back in the day for the Army. When you got out of high school, you had to go into the Army, or at least enter into the draft, right? But what I've heard said best is, if not, they should make it mandatory that children coming out of high school, these teenagers, if they're not going to college, or even if they are going to go to college, some kids want to take that year off and relax before they go to college. They should make it mandatory that they have to go on mission trips around the world, or do some type of volunteer work or something like that. Especially nowadays where everything, we're entitled to this, I'm entitled to that, me, blah, blah, blah. I'm guilty of it. It's not just these younger generations, it's everybody. It's these older generations too, people older than me, myself. But we need to get a real grip and grasp on what's going out in the world. They want to confine us to, we are American, we are great now. That's how they divide us, And this is why I think the New World Order might be a good thing. This is where I was coming back. I wanted to name the video this, but who knows what I'm going to name the video. But the New World Order is a good thing, but we got to realize that the way the New World Order is going to truly be a powerful movement is not letting this top 1% control the world, right? It needs to be the Revolutionary War, like we had here in America with the Revolutionary War. We wanted to separate ourselves. We wanted to become our own. We wanted to be independent, right? Or the Civil Wars, right? It's amongst ourselves. That's what we need the New World Order to be, where the average Joe steps up and fights, and takes control. Not take control, but let the people know that, hey, we're the ones that really run this world. You might be collecting the big check off of our backs and our sweat, but if it wasn't for us, y'all would be nothing anyway, right? That's the difficulty in trying to find that fine line, where we're not trying to take over the world. We just want our voices to be heard, and we want our say to actually matter, right? So that's what we need to do. But, that's what I would say. We need to realize that, maybe we need to start looking at the way we vacation, right? As Americans or as first world countries. It's not going to these other countries as tourists. It's going to these other countries and actually being a part of their culture, understanding them, where they come from. Because right now, we're isolated in our own little bubble. People want to go, they say, oh yeah, we want to go to Cancun and we want to go here in Mexico, but why don't we go to these poorer countries and see what it's really like, instead of just seeing where it's been Americanized for you to go enjoy yourself and think, oh, Mexico's a great place. I went to Cancun, yeah. Oh, Mexico's awesome. No, Cancun was great. It's been Americanized, right? It's been first world country nice, whatever you want to call it. Get to know what's really going on out there, the true struggles of what's going on in the world. Because if we don't, we're never going to be able to fix things, right? So, that's my food for thought. This is where we need to get out. Maybe we need to start, dating outside of our race, dating outside of our country, marrying outside of our country, mingling and letting them know that, that's what it's about. Even in the Bible, what did Jesus say? He said, "Go out and preach the gospel to everybody, all corners of the world. that's what we need to do. We need to start going everywhere and truly understanding these other cultures, and not just going to these places that have been Americanized, you know, or things like that. Getting to know these actual other countries, the actual people that live there, understanding their struggles, because that's what they say. Once you start to understand someone else's struggles, you realize that you have it pretty darn good. I have it pretty darn good, right? You might still be unhappy and upset and not enjoying what you think is the perfect life, but we have it pretty damn good. You know what I mean? You have it pretty damn good, right? So there's some food for thought. Let me know what you think. Comment below what's going on in your world, things like that. There's more things I wanted to say, but I don't think I'm gonna get to them. That's kind of why I do these little rambles at the end, hopefully hoping that something will pop up. But that's what it is. It is what it is. Well, it's not is what it is. It's a horrible concept to live by. It is what it is, but what are you doing to change it? The best thing I heard the other day was you can't solve a problem with the same thoughts and concepts that created the problem. Right? Let's end it with that. So I hope this helps. Subscribe to the channel, share and like these videos.